What's up, guys? It's Cody Christian here. I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you, one, for all your support and all the questions that you guys submitted. I'm going to be here answering a few. Be sure to check out my cover, Bello Magazine, beginning of September. It's going to be amazing. So let's get started here. It says, because your motto is "It's possible," is there any story behind it? It's just one of those things. It's so simple. It's you know, 3 words, I guess. But it's possible. It's something that it's truly applicable to anything in life. If you think about it, you know, why isn't it possible? There's nothing that's really stopping you for anything that you want to pursue. There's no dream that's truly unattainable. So like, as long as you go through it with that sort of perspective, you know, you can make it happen, because you are the one that can ultimately achieve it, or you could also be the one to stand in your own way. So it's just one of those things. It's like a little, I don't even know if you want to call it a mantra, but it's just something that it's nice to remind yourself every single day, or whatever it is that you're pursuing. Just kind of knowing and embracing this idea that, yeah, it is truly possible. If you could star in a movie remake, what would it be? I would be in the remake of Fight Club, 100,000%. Very easy, super simple. I don't even have to think about that one. She asked, if you could travel anywhere, where would you go? I've got a bunch on a list right now. I really ultimately want to see as many parts of the world as possible. But right now, Greece is a big one for me. Spain is a big one for me. I actually want to go and see Brazil as well. I want to go to Rio. What's the deal with Athena? What do you mean, what's the deal with Athena? She's my little baby. She's my princess. She's still there. I love her to death. It makes me very, very happy. Second part of her question, will there be scenes between Styles and Theo in 6B? Here's the thing, is like, why would I spoil this for you? You gotta have to tune in and check it out for yourself. There's a lot of fun stuff that we have going on in season 6B, so I need you to be there. Just make me that promise. Show up and you will find out. If you could play any kind of character in any kind of movie imaginable, what would the character and movie be? I'll also say hi to Samantha. Hi, Samantha. Right now I've been in this mindset of really wanting to do some sort of fight movie, and this goes back to, I guess, the Fight Club answer, but like, I want to do something where it's like, I might as well just pitch you a script right now, actually. He's like got out of this world, and there's something that happens in regards to his family where he's forced back into it, and it's like this street fighting, you know, he has to go through it and like, you know, fight for something bigger than himself, like his family or his mother or something like that. Something crazy has to happen. But I want to do something like a very physical movie, something very physically demanding. Also a superhero movie, that'd be dope. The X-Men character, Nightcrawler, like, as I'm a huge, like, I love the idea of being able to teleport places. Like, something with like like Marty and Beacon Hills in the supernatural world, so let's just kind of keep it consistent here and go with something like a superpower. If you could go back in time, where would you go and when? Oh my goodness gracious. I actually really want to think about this. Like, I would love to go to like that Renaissance era of like during the time of Leonardo da Vinci, and like really these pioneers of the new world, of like figuring all of this stuff out, and like really, you know, learning and embracing all this information and knowledge. I would like to be a part of that. I would like to have conversations with these guys, because I feel like their perspective in life is just crazy. So I would love to do that. Favorite thing about working in Teen Wolf, one thing you'll miss. Working on Teen Wolf for me was so special because it gave me this atmosphere and this place to be so comfortable as not only a person but as an artist working in this, you know, sort of field and industry. I was around people all the time where everyone showed up and everyone was supportive, and there was this level of camaraderie and trust, and truly like a friendship that made being on set one of the most enjoyable experiences of my life. And when I was filming, you know, Teen Wolf is a very demanding show. Sometimes we have 16, 18-hour days, and when you're working with these people, it's just, there's something special that happens where, you know, the person in front of you when you're doing a scene, the amount of work and the work ethic that they put into what they're doing, it inspires you. And, you know, we were all just trying to make the best of the best, and to like really be there and be present for each other. And it was just such a great work environment, and I know that's something that it might take me a while to find again, but it's so special, and leaving that was very difficult. But what I didn't leave is, you know, the relationships that I formed with each of these individuals, and that's so important to me, because you know, I still have them in my life, and I know that they're going to be there for a long time to come. So, what show are you currently binge watching? I know a lot of people are going to hear or be very, very ecstatic for me to say this, but I'm super late when it comes to being on the whole Game of Thrones thing. I tried to give the show a couple shots like earlier on, and I just didn't hook me. But finally, like a couple weeks ago, I sat down and I said, you know what, I'm going to make it to the 5th episode of the first season, because that's where I know shit's going to pop off. So I got to the 5th episode, and now I'm like, I'm all in. So I'm like halfway through season 2, so I'm slowly making that climb up to being caught up. When are you coming back to France? I think I'm actually coming back to France sometime next year, early next year, if I'm not mistaken. So I plan to see you there, Celia. How do you feel about your fans? I'm so happy that this question was asked, because I love to be able to touch on this whenever I get the opportunity. I'm truly, truly appreciative and grateful for the position that I'm in currently. And it has so much to do with the unwavering amount of support that I get from each of you guys. You know, truly I wouldn't be in this position. You're the backbone, which gives me the platform in order to be able to do this, to be able to pursue a passion and make a vision, you know, attainable, to make this dream that I had something tangible that I can really hold on to and embrace. So anytime I get the opportunity, I want to take a moment to really, you know, thank you guys. You provide this for me, and I understand the caliber of that, the magnitude of it, and it's a beautiful thing. So that's why I'm always trying to be the best of the best, not only for me but for you guys as well, to just inspire this new wave of this generation, and like really just, you know, I want to change the world with you guys. So thank you so much for the support. It means the world to me. How are you? I'm really good, actually. I'm good in life. Life is, you know, life is what you make it, so I'm good. Thank you for asking. The perfect lazy day at home after an acting job, what would that be for you? I wouldn't get out of bed all day. I lied. I would get out of bed to drive to Chipotle and get a bunch of food, bring it back to my place, stay in bed, watch something. Like, it would either be a movie day or a TV show day. Probably a movie day, though, because the TV shows, the commitment scares me. Probably some video games. Just really not leave. Like, I would probably stay in sweats and a hoodie all day long. And I love, like, air conditioning, so I keep my place super cold. It's like, that's, like, I'm really letting you guys into my life right now. But that would be, like, the perfect lazy day for me. What is your favorite quote to keep motivated when you feel your life is going nowhere? I've got a bunch of quotes that I really resonate with. But just reading that question initially, this is the one that popped in my head. There's this quote, and I might be paraphrasing a bit, so forgive me. And I don't know who said this, but they were talking about, this gentleman said he finally figured out the definition of hell. And that definition is the last day that you have on earth. The person you became has the chance to meet the person you could have become. And that's like, I don't know, just that idea to me is very, very powerful. And whenever I'm mentally not with it and I need to get back on track, I think about that. You know, this is like your one chance in life to really pursue what you want to pursue, and to not live the life that you think you're supposed to be given, but creating the life that you want to have. There's a difference. You know, a lot of people are looking for answers, and they're looking for life to give them what they need. Stop. It's foolish. Make what you want, and like create what you want. Live the life that you want to have. So that's a quote that I go back to from time and time again whenever I get out of that sort of state of mind. What's your favorite thing about acting? So much, but really for me, acting has always been this fine art of being alive. Really, it's just this. It's what, you know, you and I are doing right now. It's what you do every single day. Really, it's like taking that time and being present and being with somebody and being in the moment and allowing yourself to just be moved and affected and to feel and to, you know, just to truly not just be alive, but to live. And that's what acting is for me. And I get to experience that every time I'm on set, and I get to remind people what it's like, and I get to, you know, hopefully if my performance is decent, I can captivate an audience or a fan or just one person in particular and really pull them in and allow them to feel. If you could, what would you tell your younger self? I would tell my younger self to to just be patient. I was in a rush to do so much. I was thinking like, you know, anything in life, I gotta have it now, and like I gotta be here with my career, and I gotta, you know, be making this sort of money, and like I was putting this expectancy on everything that I wanted to achieve in life. And then I realized that I wasn't supposed to have any of that I wanted at that time. It was all a process, and it's all a journey, and it's all coming in due time. I would just allow myself to, my older self, if I could, I would go back and say, you know what, just focus on living, focus on, you know, finding out who you are and what you like, and stop rushing so many things in life. Because I kind of learned that lesson a little bit too late. If I knew that at like 14, 15, 16, like I would have been golden. Do you prefer being on TV shows, or would you rather have a movie career? I mean, I truly enjoy both of them. I like the storytelling in a TV show. The schedule sometimes is it's demanding. But I also love the ability to, you know, get lost in a film and like have this story come to life and this character make such an impact in like 2 hours rather than like 2 to 3 or 4 seasons. Really, for me, ultimately, I think just as an actor, if there's a story to be told anywhere, whether it be in a TV show or in a film, I want to be the one telling it. So it doesn't really matter to me. Do you love pizza? Yes, how could you not? Do you like to see all the fan art of you? Fan art, you guys blow me away consistently. I always see it. I see images and I see what you guys are doing, what you're creating. And just the simple fact alone that I have any sort of influence to be able to inspire something like that out of you creatively. You know, it's very humbling for me. Sometimes I don't know how to take it. But I think that's a beautiful thing, and I think everyone that if you do make fan art, there's a couple accounts that I follow, there's a couple things that I've seen. I encourage you to just keep, whether it is fan art of me or regardless of what it may be, you know, keep pursuing that. The fact that I have that influence to just, you know, motivate you to create something special, to create something like that it's a beautiful thing. So never stop doing that. How tall are you? 5'8", okay? So I'm not short and I'm not tall. I'm like right in the middle. But you know who is also 5'8"? Robert Downey Jr. is 5'8", so I'm cool with that. Are you single? Yes, I'm single. I'm staying very focused right now. I have to be. Do you like talking with your fans when you meet them on the street? I do. And I always encourage this. If you ever see me out, it's never a burden. I don't ever want anyone to think or feel like you can't approach me. You know, just do it in a way that's, you know, respectful. That's all I ask. I mean, I would love to come up. I'd love to have a chat. I'd love to be able to take a photo with you guys. And again, I'm going to reiterate what I said earlier, like you guys provide me this opportunity to pursue this career anyway. So without you, I really wouldn't be here or have any sort of, you know, like footing to stand on. So if you see me and you want to say hi, you want to say what's up, just come up. I'll take a photo. I swear I'm nice. Even if I have like a resting bitch face, like I promise, like I'm good. Just come up and say hi. How do you remain positive through tough times in your life? And how do you transfer that positivity to your fans? I think this is the question I'm going to end on. It's very difficult to stay positive, or at least it can be. And I'll admit, like, I'm not, you know, what you guys see is it's a very small glimpse, a very small sliver, because there's a lot of days that I'm not positive. There's a lot of days where, like, the weight and this, you know, the pressure, the struggle, it gets me down. This is not an easy industry to navigate through. And I think you just have to remind yourself, you know, why you really started. Is it going to be worth it? And just think about the big picture. It's much bigger than just me. If you can make it anything in life, if you can make it something bigger than just yourself, I start to realize and I start to remember that I can't allow myself to be negative, and I can't allow myself to create this sort of negative thinking and manifest that, because it's not just about me. It's about every one of you that I've ever met. It's about anyone that's ever felt a certain way about a performance. It's about anyone that's ever watched an interview or taken any sort of interest to the words that have come out of my mouth. It's about all of us. It's such a big picture here. So when I think about that, I remind myself that I have to keep going no matter what. And when I think about that, I get that strength to just kind of, you know, recalibrate, refocus, re-achieve that clarity, and just, you know, handle the day, take it as it's coming, roll with the punches, and just kind of maneuver through it. I don't know if that helps you or not, but I hope it does. And again, guys, I just want to take a second to say thank you so much. It's the last question I'm going to answer. Again, it means the world to me. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you for the questions in general. You guys are absolutely incredible, and I'm beyond grateful to have you on my team. And once again, beginning of September, check out my Bello mag. It's gonna be awesome.